how much are you influenced by hip hop?
That's where I told you I started like from hip hop.
Yeah.
I went back to reggae.
Yeah.
So it's like that's where I don't go a day.
Yeah.
I haven't gone a day since I've discovered hip hop without listening to hip hop.
And it's like kind of like full circle, because if you know the history of hip hop, Kool Herc from Jamaica came to the Bronx.
That's one of our offspring. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like I should enjoy it. Like, look how far they took it. Like that's crazy. So, and not only that, hip hop has influenced Jamaica so much. Like Vybz Kartel's favorite artist, he said this on interviews, is Lil Wayne. And you could see it. If you really take a step, be like the work ethic, the amount of songs they put out, they're literally almost the same kind of energy.
Even like the animation and they're like, they're Welcome to the Words Matter Pod with Akil, Pinnock, a podcast dedicated to storytellers. I'm here with Grammy-nominated reggae and dancehall artist Blvk H3ro, who on March 31st released a single, Celebration, and It Not Easy. H3ro is from Jamaica, but based here in Los Angeles, where his label Delicious Vinyl is located. Yeah. Who are you?
First of all, mommy always raised me with manners to everyone listening. Bless up, hope you're all right. Hope everybody's good. Well, you kind of give them a nice summary. Just to add more context, I'm a young man from Waterford, to be exact, in Jamaica. That's where Vybz Kartel is from. So that should kind of give an idea of like how I was raised, like
Portmore.
What kind of energy, Portmore, yeah. My parents are Christians, and I was raised in a Christian household. So that all of that kind of shaped me where I'm from. The people that raised me, like it raised me to be like a freedom fighter, to be like an outspoken person, and then just transitioned all of that to music. Yeah. And it becoming the vehicle for all of that. Instead of just this wild, rebellious energy, like I just put it through the music, and then that's how I became a singer, songwriter, and a producer. And just overall, just whatever has to do with creating vibrations, I want to do it. Yeah. So that's me overall. Just music is the vehicle for the love I'm trying to spread. You know what I mean?
The rebel with a cause, not without a cause.
I like when people say that, but I always try to stay away from that, because sometimes, even recently, I was speaking to like one of my teammates. It's like you never know the cause. Yeah, we are all attached to ideas, and like the idea of, yo, I'm gonna put this out, and this is gonna happen, and that's gonna happen. And when you're really in it, you start to realize that there's a higher force. Yeah. So you'll never really truly know the cause, but you know that you have this gut feeling that you should stand for this. You should fight against this. You should propel this and embrace this. That's how I feel. Yeah. Like in this time, I feel like love, I should just embrace it. I feel like we should just get rid of war and violence. So I just push that away. So I'm just a rebel, and then the cause is, I guess, what God puts in play, you know? Yeah.
I get that. I forgot to ask you, how are you? I usually start off with that, but how are you today?
I could just tell you what, everybody would say is like, yo, I'm good, life is good, I'm progressing, I'm nominated, but today specifically is a very, very, it's one of the harder days for me. You know what I mean? People really, really see the glamorous side of this, and, touring and like my whole country is looking at me like, yo, you live the dream, yo. Yeah. You make it, you smoke with Paul McCartney, all these things, like cool. But there are days when I get up and I genuinely just don't know. Yeah. Bro, like I just don't have a single clue. And I'll just text the people closest to me like, yo, I need help. I have these thoughts and I feel like I'm drowning. So I felt like that earlier today. Like I just felt like I was drowning a bit, and not drowning in the things I should be, like the good things. I was drowning myself in pressure and like thoughts of like, yo, is this really about to happen? Like, what's going on? Like, so today, I wasn't feeling my best, bro, if you want to be honest. But remembering that once again, I'm doing something I love by like you coming here and like we're doing a podcast, it automatically put me back
Yeah.
in that vibe. Like, oh, this is the dream, bro. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'm feeling great now. So it's
Yeah.
as you can say, the day can go between feeling not so good and feeling amazing. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I could, come here and uplift your spirits a little
Yeah.
bit. A lot of artists
Pull up in a
hate.
fly orange like shirt. Yeah, it changed my mood.
Thank you. Yeah, a lot of artists kind of have some, weird feelings about the media and speaking to interviewers and journalists. But it's nice to hear that I could provide that for you. But yeah, those days that you're going through, everybody goes through those days. Not to like minimize what you're experiencing, but I understand that definitely. Could you like maybe like get into that? Like the non-glamorous parts of being an artist.
All right, so especially because we live in this social media time, everything we're being fed a lot of wokeness. Like it's just, and it's not bad. It's just like so much information to download. So we all know the quotes and the proverbs and the speeches. Like, don't have ego, if you have too much pride.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something, bro. Being completely stripped of all ego and pride and being humbled consistently is probably one of the most grueling things I've ever been through.
Yeah.
My entire life. Because you're not, when them say, yeah, man, if you have ego, how are you stripped of it?
Yeah.
God places you in situations where you can't even find a shred of it. How do you get rid of pride? God puts you in a situation where you have to ask for help.
Yeah.
So the non-glamorous side is the personal bar. It's like if it's a game and like you're using a character and there's 2 bars, 1 bar everybody sees. That's the bar you max out and you post on Instagram and you celebrate and everybody likes it and them love it and that, what I mean? That's the success bar. And then there's that personal bar that nobody sees that you are working on.
Yeah.
So that's the non-glamorous side where your personal life, you're going through that alone, whether it's relationships, whether it's your parents, whether it's life, whether it's figuring out finances, whether it's figuring out your diet, exercising, learning, unlearning. Like that's the non-glamorous side. That's the part we don't put in music videos. Yeah.
Back to what you said about social media, where so much wokeness, so much information overload. It's so easy to just share a quote that promotes like betterment of self, but to actually put those things into action, that's the grueling part.
That's
that you're talking about.
I don't put anything in music that I've not experienced. I can't tell you what to experience if I haven't. What the outcome was. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't there. So I try not to do that copy and paste thing. So when I say it, that's why when I realize when I say it or put it in a caption, people really have to DM me and be like, yo, that's so powerful. I'm like, yo, because it's real. Like, how are you, like, I literally said it to somebody, like, how are you going to get rid of your pride if you've never asked somebody for even, like, help?
Yeah.
And that made them go like, oh, damn, I'm not getting any help because I never asked for help. You know what I mean? So just simple things like that.
Yeah. And, if you're a person, you're a public figure. So pride and ego is like a major component in that life, because you get so much attention.
They literally teach you like that's how you're like, even when I look at it from just my genre and my culture, Jamaica, the most polarizing, the most successful, the superstars are the ones with the most ego.
Yeah.
Are the ones with the more hype, So you almost are trained in a way to become that. So yeah, it that's why I have to big up God, because I've asked for one thing, guidance and protection. When I pray, I only ask for one thing, guidance and protection.
Yeah.
So with his guidance, I just feel like I'm at a point now where like nothing can really like shake me to the core of me, like, because okay, it's life, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I get that. Going back to your upbringing, where you're from, in Waterford and Portmore. What was it like growing up over there? What was your childhood like?
was fun. You know, it was like, you know, when you grow up in a community, you go connect with the youth them from your community too, and you play football after school, and mother come around there for come beat your car, you come home late, and you bust up your school pants because you're playing at the school uniform where you're not fair playing. And you know, it was just, looking back, it's just fun. There was no care in the world, bro. So ride a bicycle, ride up on like a scooter. And you know, my childhood was like, it's a bit different, and I didn't know until like my dad at age I know, because it's like all of my male, like my virgin them, like my closest friend them, and my best friend them as youths. Like, I'm the only one that had like my mother and my father in the same house, married for 30 years, and I saw that, like, so it changed me, like it made me just completely different from every other Jamaican youth. Like, I don't know if I explain it, like. I've never hit a woman because of certain things I'm a sim. I just can't. You only replicate what you see, isn't it?
Yeah.
For say a loving relationship between a black man and a black woman was like, we never know. It was so important.
You thought it was just normal. You thought everybody's life was like that.
Man, say, oh, this is everybody's life. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? So, thinking back, I think my childhood was like so perfect, bro. Like, and it wasn't money or nothing like that, because it was like, you know, ghetto, but my mother and my father just always a smile, and that's why I'm always so happy regardless. Like, and them always make do with what them have. Like, if we're not on soap, my mother would have like, make a soap. I'm like, how do you make a soap? Like, you know, which plant would have soda or
wow,
you know, or like if we're not on the toothpaste or something, should have just like get baking soda or something.
Peroxide.
And, you know the style. You see me, like, if you're not on a roll on, you get the lime, cut it in the half, I say, rub the pen. I say, oh, then I got stink. Yeah, I said, no. And I said, oh, dear. Smell good, you know. Smell lemony fresh. So it's like, it was perfect, bro. It teach me all of the life lessons of the need for surviving that crazy world. Yeah, Waterford was a good balance. You know, you have the crazy times, war, violence, it's everywhere, but love the day in the community. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, I get that. You know, what are some of the things that you did? You know, you talk about riding your bike and, you know, childhood things, childlike things. But you know, what are the things that you did like that led you in the direction of music? Like, what are some of your early musical memories?
I think the earliest one was because my father was like a deacon, or like what I call a pastor, I guess. We go to church like every day. So it was, for me, it was annoying. Like, I have so much questions and I couldn't answer. So it's like, is either I'm going to go and find something to do, we're going to keep me in there, or when I go, I'm going to end up like the other youth, then I'm going to say, we'll just come church, school church, we'll just do some wild shit. So we just end up falling in love with the drums. So from me like 6, 7, we used to just sit on, even earlier than that, like 5, like sitting in front of us. Them always save my seat in front of the drum. Come, I always watch the drums. And then one day I say, if you love the drum, and you can go. And then I start play the Congo them. And then I end up joining the band, and then I end up I play the drum at church every Sunday, and I end up I sing for the choir. So them like a thing that I never intentionally do it because I that intentionally want to do music.
Yeah.
I do it just because, if I'm there, I need to find something for occupy my time, or I'm going to get in trouble. Something there pre. So, and that like plant a seed in my mind, because it's a computer, you know, so it just a save in the hard drive without me know. Then my at school, you know what I mean? Like, I never there really connect with most of them subjects. Like, I could have studied the book them myself. I never need in a class, so I end up like, in Jamaica, we call it sculling, but I end up skip every class. Every class except maths, English, and like bio and IT.
Yeah.
Because I have the book. I don't really need the teacher. So once again, if I get in trouble at school, because I'm going to find it interesting, I end up start like powering the football of them. You know, end up start powering like the cool, like what would I call in America the cool kids at school?
Yeah.
And just end up be the youth where play the music. I always have the new song them. Always we used to play rhythms on the desk with pens. And And you know,
everybody's experience is like that. No matter,
Yeah.
well, I don't know about Europe, but I know like in America, you know, like black communities, banging on the table
and somebody
lunch,
at these, rap, I just some do it. So them thing that just left, I guess, a real impact on me. That when it was time, like for music come around to me again, when we become older, it's like, oh, this makes sense. Everything that's comfortable, everything that's stage, going on stage for the first time was like, oh, I feel like I do this already. Cause I'm being on stage at the church with the, you know what I mean? So it's like, them thing. Man.
Yeah. You it's like you found something that you loved in a place that you kind of dreaded going to on a regular basis. Yeah.
And at the time, I didn't even know I love it.
Yeah.
Just I do it because it's interesting. It was just interesting. As I say, a dreadful place, that was what was interesting.
Yeah.
I try and find the interesting things in anywhere I'm there.
Even if it's something that you don't even like overall, or you just don't even understand fully.
But just know under somewhere I'm bored. So like if I'm there and them think like them equipment we set up there, I just have to just figure out how them work. Cause I just can't just there. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know if I explain it, but
But you know, you are mostly a vocalist, right?
Yeah. I'm the front man.
Yeah. So how do you make that transition from playing on the drums to being, you know, the front man?
It wasn't really a transition because at church, it was just it wasn't a career. You know what I mean? It wasn't a hobby. It was just pass the time. At church, with the swamp, just there. Never, ever, ever thought of music ever again after like becoming a teenager and stop going to church with my parents. Them and like 13, 14 going on. Like I've never thought of music ever. End up leave and go. Started working early. Cause you know my mother, that's her dream. She didn't want me to work at one bank and you know wear the jacket them and the tie them and she can tell her friend them and you know. So she manifest that literally. So I start work at the bank at that early age, and they just at work as like an intern and
at the bank.
Yeah, at the bank. Somebody work at this bank name. I don't want to call the bank name, but one bank in Jamaica and it's a major bank. And I work there and I work for managers, so it's not even like a regular work. I work under managers. I do whatever make for them life easy, basically. I do so well at that. Even they broke records and thing. Them just end up giving me a permanent job in the sense of all right, we're gonna give you a contract now. Yeah. So it's like I did it for 2 years at a time now. So it's like, oh, okay.
You're like a math guy, right? Because you say you used to.
Not really. Not really a math guy, but I just never school maths because them tell me say it's super important to pass this school. I just never want to do over school. My life, bro, is like, I'm only doing this school thing once. I'm not doing it again. I'm not go back from the summer school. I'm not go back from the extra. No, once. So I just pass maths for just make sure I say, pass maths. But when my dad placed, that job they show me say school kind of irrelevant outside of socializing and figuring out your skill sets and who you are, because nothing I'm learning at school I never use at the bank. I guess but English.
Yeah. Yeah, it's mostly paperwork.
Because they have a program for everything and it was already a technological world, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? So it never add up. But anyways, they're the bank and they the fair bit now and I work and already there lose motivation because I can't stay somewhere and not be interested. Like I start maths out everything, so it's like, all right, I get bored. And you're young. Like now me like 18. I start at 16 I work then now me at 18. Now I see monotonous every day. I go in. All right, cool. Then I employ this youth now to do the same thing what we do. Because now them I bring we up more and I employ people to do what we do. And he was a producer. Yeah. And that one meeting there, just meeting him at the workplace, him telling me, you know, some make beats. I'm say, I'm say, I used to play a drum on them thing then, and I say, cool. But me and him have a cool chemistry from the first day. I don't even like people like that, bro. Like in terms of like for share my life with.
And you didn't even really speak about music with him, but really,
just like people just always I listen music. I always have headphones, always. So it's like him just assume say I like music. So I'm like, I want to hear some of them beats and End up get so cool with him. When I go back to him crib, they live close to the bank. Go back to him yard, meet him family. They are chill. They have him sister, them everything, and just a bill. And I play the beat. And the first time I really, like, since high school, I smoke like weed. The first time I start back smoke weed again around him. So, but then they know and smoke the weed and then I just start freestyle. Right out of the blue, like just random. Because we just have our vibes. And I say people come from him neighbor, start come up from next day. I say people come from across the road. I say people come from down the road. I say the man who play the domino, start play the domino and come in and buy it. By the time I really look, after like 10 minutes, 15 minutes of freestyling, a crowd there in the yard. I'm everybody that's excited. I mean, I pre-it as nothing, you know.
Yeah.
And then after him, I say, yo, you never pre for the music yet? I say, no, man. I say, freestyle. I say, yeah. Man said, no, man, you forgot pre-it, you know. And then I said, and then really start pre-it. And then him give me a deal. Him say, yo, I gotta pay for your first studio session. I bring got a studio. If you don't like, oh yes, if you don't like nothing about it after, don't do it.
Yeah.
I say, all right, book the session, and I swear to God, as me hear back my voice through the mic, like we record it, I'm hear it back through the headphone and through the speaker. I'm say, yo, this is interesting. I'm just pull something out of my brain. I couldn't feel it. I never understand how music work before that. I wonder how it real, how it become real. Oh, this shit come from my brain, come through my mouth, and go into this device, and then a magic.
Yeah.
Like I got be that thing. So man, I said, I just get interested and
you needed to see the steps.
Yeah. I need to figure this out fully, and that just was the beginning of Blvk H3ro for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I was just about to ask, you know, was there a turning point that led you to become the person that you are now, but you just, you know, explained it?
That was the beginning point, the real turning point to even where I got the name and everything. So after me and the youth now cool and everything, we'll get money, pull together. Me, him, and my next producer, Virgin, will just move out of our parents' house. At the time, my parents give me a little fight because they never understand me. I grow my ear, I smoke with him, stink of weed, but me I work. But I say, yo, yeah, come in so later. When I come here, I go studio, me work, for what I do.
But they thought you were doing something bad?
Because at the time, she did close with Vybz Kartel mother. So it's like, she can think, but when she hear about
your
music,
mom,
yeah, it's Vybz Kartel. And at the time, you know, the whole country, as youth, will love him. But the whole country just there see him as a negative force. You know what I mean? So she just scared. When she heard the word music, she'll say, yo, the way, if he mother talk, man, I want to like that. Crime and violence and and I say, all right, cool. I'm never everybody share with them like that. So I'm going to say, here, mommy, you're not giving me no key. Yeah, lock the gate. Come in late at night. Yeah, try to teach me a lesson. All right, move out. No furniture, no nothing. Just move out with my virgin them. Let's go. Live. So I didn't know 1 year passed, 2 years passed, and things are going the music are going, but by the time they know, get fired from job.
Yeah.
That completely lose interest. So I start going anytime I feel like. So then I said, oh my God, so much potential, but we're gonna have to say, yeah, man, good. I don't believe some music I got bust tomorrow, you know, like the next year. So this is all 2013, you know. Yeah. So my thing say
10 years ago.
So my thing say this is gonna be like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cause now we reach the end of the year, December. It's almost like December, so I both become 2014. I say, yeah, man, next week me I bust them can fire me. Me have a little money in that, but shut your youth. Like, I never know money could have done so fast. Like in a space of like 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, food bill, grocery, boof, money done. And I say, wow. I'm didn't know that on my face. I now have the NCB jacket again. I now have the NCB credit card. I now have the bank. I'll call them names, Chuck. Thank you. I now have the bank credit card no more. I now have the clout. Girl them start disappear. Friend them start.
You had a car?
Back. No.
Oh, okay.
I have a phobia against cars. But we talk about next time. Everybody just start turning back on me. In the same house where we live, me that buy groceries for months. may I take out groceries when a man stop? Because me not have it now. So, me only have enough for pay rent. I barely. May I take out food out of the groceries now? And I'm going to look at me and say, yo, you know, contribute to the groceries and you can't eat the food. So, you know, that brings me to a level of despair. Like, so I'm going in my room, I'm sit down and I just start crying. I feel like I'm going to give up. And then a voice just say, yo, stop crying, yo. I want a hero. And at the time, I consumed so much like just black information. I said, no, me's not a hero, me's a black hero.
Yeah.
That's how it started. That one moment there, just trying to eat one little bun with some butter and drink some orange juice.
That's all you had.
And mama look, it's not even my virgin said, I'm girl, but you know it go. A pillow talk. Him tell if I said that. So when you said that to me, I said, damn. Man, she inspired black hero, man. Swear. But that was the bird. It's like, yeah, that voice there and move out of the house there and just got through a whole life.
Yeah. But you needed that.
Yeah, for sure. I did, and as I said, once again, I never know me need that. So go back down to again to a cause. Is it me? Never book the black hero. The rebel black hero never happened because there was a cause. There's a cause happened.
Yeah.
But make me become a hero. So that's why I always play around with that phrase. Like it's true, but some of us sometimes there's something have to happen.
Yeah.
For us to become the rebel. Yeah.
Why is Blvk H3ro spelled the way it is? You know, it's stylized instead of like BLACK HERO. It's stylized like the V is replacing the A, and then the 3 is replacing the E.
All right, so it's that's my language and that's my magic in a sense. So the whole structure of it was based off two things. The first thing is when we initially type in Blvk H3ro, I would never come up. Because you'd say, you know, Marcus Garvey.
There's so many Blvk H3ros.
There's so many. Like it was just you're just not gonna find me. And then the next thing was so when that was the first thing that put me in that space. Like, all right, how am I gonna do this? There's so many ways I could have spell it. Where would I make it easier? But I was like, your mom be so unique that if you listen to me, if you find me, that means you're definitely listening to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you have to take the time for know what it is and how it. So I sat down and I was like, yo, I need to construct my own language for this name. So I take out the C out of the black, use the V, because at that time, our generation just did use the inverted V for the A.
Like A$AP Rocky, like back in the day. Yeah.
And I said, all right, I like how that look. I'm going to say, everything in my life happened in trees. I born on the third day. Everything in my life happened on the number 3. So I say, you know what, turn on the E. And then I look upon it and I was like, I just did love how it look. It just look cool. Like I was like, yo, what is this?
Yeah.
Whenever I think about marketing or like if it's like easy for fight or just like though this just looked like a brand new. It just felt like an anomaly. Like when you see the word neo, like that's the one. Like NEO is ONE. It's one. It's literally infinite.
Yeah.
How it's spelled. If you really meds it. It's where it
you
ends,
know, I never thought about that.
Where it ends, it starts.
Yeah.
So I looked at it and like that is the most unique name. There's like a glitch in the system for real. So I was like, Blvk H3ro. And the way how it's spelled, this spell all kind of, because it's not like I was specifically saying to, yeah, I'm gonna represent my culture, my race, my community, but I never want it specifically just to be like nobody else can listen to music, you know what I mean? So the spelling of it to make it have more like a anime superhero kind of vibe too.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. And then that's another thing that's big in our generation too, anime. So yeah.
That's it's Saturday. So
yeah.
I'm about to go watch it right after this. That's my thing, bro. Yes, anime is my shit.
You know, you said you grew up Christian, your parents or your mom's Christian, you're in church every day. You know, gospel music and hymns and stuff like that, but you're a reggae artist.
Yeah.
And what were they listening to in the house that might have influenced your musical taste? Or did it?
There was a big my mom was a singer in the choir, so she loved music. and she was Christian, so it would mainly gospel music, but she had this one CD or this stack of CDs, and this one was had like the greatest hits of Michael Jackson, and I was always playing all those CDs. So you'd have Lionel Richie, you'd have like Anita Baker, you'd have Kirk Franklin, you'd have Fred Hammond, you'd have like all those gospel artists. Yeah,
Fred Hammond is Jamaican. A lot of people don't know that.
Wow, I didn't even.
Yeah, his dad is Jamaican. Yeah,
I did not know that. Wow, that's crazy. Learn something every day.
But sorry to interrupt you.
No, I like learning shit. That I was like, all right, cool, man. I forgot learn. I forgot research. I need to know where him live or where him come from in Jamaica. But yeah, Yolanda Adams, all kind of reggae, gospel artists. But then she didn't have no reggae, bro. I'm telling you that straight. No reggae artists in that list. But Michael Jackson was there, and every other CD scratched, but the Michael Jackson CD.
Yeah.
So I was just stuck with it. So I had a little thing, the CD, the Walkman where they put the CD in.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, Michael Jackson. Every day. And Akon. The Akon CD wasn't scratched. So every day I would listen to Akon. And when that get boring, Michael Jackson. So it's either between Locked Up, Don't Let Me On, and so that influence plus the steady gospel music that she just play when she's cooking or cleaning.
Yeah.
When there's a church service going on, and me going to church, having a very heavily influenced music band in the church, because the music in Pentecostal church drives it.
Yeah.
You have praise breaks. When the preacher sings, goes like, bam, no matter, you have to connect with for enforce that.
Yeah.
So it's like everything we do was just so musical in the also is like that play a big part in what met me. And then now Bob Marley and Sizzla is what brought out the reggae influence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And who was listening to that?
Me.
Yeah.
I just went to find that.
Mm-hmm.
What happened was I just loved music so much after a time when there was even a little bit of internet at school. I just go online and listen to random stuff. Because we have like Napster and Livewire and all the thing at that time. Where they're just free. And we just have bootleg. I'm a very good internet guy. So it's like I was there. I'm a book up on like a Inika Mose album, but it was a hip hop album. And it was like, who goes there? Jamaica, who from where? And then discover Art Stepper. And then from his hip hop album is when I discovered his reggae side, which was the World of Reggae Music on ya, and that sampling a Welcome to Jam Rock and everything.
Yeah.
So it's like I start realizing, what? That's a reggae band. And then from him, go to Sizzla.
Yeah.
And then Bob. And then I literally started from hip hop and went back to the origin, which was reggae.
Yeah.
So, and that's how naturally I just gravitate to that, because the message, the music, everything what them stand for was when I really believe in it. Like every job I ever have, my almost start to riot. If it's not pay right, if it wasn't good, like situations, if the rug not clean, like I don't want to go stand up and talk.
Yeah.
I don't want to go wear my hair anyway and them can't stop me.
Yeah.
And so when I listen to reggae music and saw
it represented that.
And they interviewed them with Bob and them just no fear. Cause I don't fear nothing, bro. Like I don't want live my life in a fear. Like I better God just take me. Like why me that there?
Yeah.
So it just gravitate to me, and then dancehall, just the rawness side, straight rawness side. It's not pretty up none tall. It just is what it is. It reflects society. Simple. So them two things that just hug me so tight, bro. Like I can't let it go, bro. I'm literally in love with it.
Yeah.
I just want to add me to it. And them not try to recreate nothing. I just want to add me to it. So yeah.
So a lot of people don't even, because what you're saying, what age was this that you started discovering, Sizzla and Bob Marley and all these reggae artists?
I'll be around about 10.
10, yeah.
About 9, 10.
Yeah.
11. Like right when I just, all right, so primary school I done.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand that, a lot of, especially if you're Jamaican and your parents are, Christian, which Jamaica is really a Christian country, a lot of people don't understand that. Like a lot of Jamaicans didn't grow up on reggae in the house, especially if their parents were,
especially if their parents were not in a dance hall.
Exactly. If their parents were born in like the 60s or 50s, like what was on the radio when they were growing up was American R&B and
souls, exactly.
And reggae was considered like rebellious and dirty and Rasta music. So that wasn't really, that culture wasn't embraced. That it really got embraced abroad first. And then, like after Bob Marley died, he became more popular than when he was alive in Jamaica. So a lot of people don't understand that, A lot of Jamaicans didn't really grow up with reggae like that, unless their parents were like, were like what we say woke now.
Straight.
Yeah.
The biggest artist in Jamaica was Celine Dion, bro.
Yeah. Jamaicans love Celine Dion.
And Whitney, and that's even when the next generation came up, which was our parents, like not the people from the 60s, but like 80s, late 70s, 80s, late 80s, is like, it was still R&B. It was still like, it was still like, I forget, what do you call them? Like, I want to get the right names, like not even like Erica and them, like D'Angelo's and the
like Neo Soul.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's what was playing. Nobody, and now it's still that. It's Drake. It's Summer Walker. It's I guess that's just a thing.
Yeah.
Like whatever country you're in, you always get influenced by what's outside of you. I guess.
When did you start like making the music that you're influenced by?
Yeah, it would be around the same time, like when I met like him, like
2013.
2014, 2015 when it started get like real like together and tight. And then 2016 is when I really emerged on the scene. So you can say like from 2013 to 2016 was a development, like a early, like a hidden development time. Like people that see me, I was very mysterious. People didn't know if I existed or not. Like I was just in the space, but I was out of space. And then 2016, like that's when it really like super tech form, and I was like, yo, it's now or never. Yeah.
Speaking of 2016, you put out a project called Herb Connoisseur.
Yeah, THC.
Herb
Connoisseur.
Oh, the herb. Yeah, that makes sense. THC. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about it like that. And the theme was pretty constant throughout the project. But I was surprised by how each track had a different sound. And like the first track, Amino had like a dubstep EDM kind of sound, and then there's a song called Skydive that has like a lo-fi, like boom bap, like hip hop kind of sound. How important is it to have that sonic variety?
At that time, I just thought that was the future. I was like, I can't make music for the no, because the no is gonna change. So I always try to live in the 21st century and do something mean to it, like what Kanye said. Like that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be the one that goes over the hill, sees what's coming, and come back and be like, hey yo, this is what's coming, and be like, nah, that's lame.
Yeah.
Like, I bet, give me 2 years, you'll be like, yo, remember that today that time about? Told you. And they just look real cool after that. But for me, it just, I don't know. That project is just, I couldn't have told you I planned it.
Yeah.
Like I never really sat down and wanted to have that variety. It's just I was born in the 90s.
Yeah.
So I have access to so much music growing up. It's just all coming out. And I love so much music. I listen to every single genre, bro. Literally, I know people say that, but they don't listen to heavy metal. They're not listening to opera. They don't listen to country. Jamaica, we love country. We play Willie Nelson. We play, you know what I mean? Billy Ray. All these things play in Jamaica. You get me? So it's like, I listen to so much, it just comes out. And if I hear a vibration that connects with me, a beat, a rhythm, once I like it, I'm doing it. Because I still feel like, yes, the production is reggae, it's dancehall, but I think they leave out that the vocal is also what makes it reggae. And the experience. Because if I can go on a rap beat and be like, but the yard still on me, Uncle my broad still, Uncle my, I'm gonna switch up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change myself to be them. I sing from my experience. But them I sing about lean, me sing about weed and grabber. We sing about Sprite. We sing about ting and rum.
Yeah.
Them sing about Henny or what, you know what I mean? We have our thing. So man say, if me I go do it, me can still be me. So I think the reggae vocal is very important. So I just try to use that reggae vocal everywhere. And sometimes it just turned out real cool, like Skydive. Skydive, when that song dropped, there's a set of youths in France that quit their jobs, grow them hair, start grow weed, and know them. I make more money than most people in the world. And just I live a life, and they're forever my fans. Like, you know what I mean? There's people that listen. Herb changed my life because my sample a Curtis Mayfield record and sing a reggae over it. That song is nowhere near reggae, and that song was like the biggest underground song in Jamaica. The radios were playing it, and at the time they shouldn't even be playing weed songs. So that project they just did for me, like, and it helped me develop like a very early core following, and it helped birth like a lot of people. I will never say it, but a lot of people know who really birthed this new wave of younger musicians, like how them dress. Like when I come out, whenever they wear gabardine, and whenever they wear mesh marine and all of that, they wear Nikes, me they see me they into fashion, me they into certain things. So me I put together like a New York Harlem style on the urban Rasta street where I'm just see change the whole game. But it's just them look at influence there, isn't me? So yeah.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense, you know. We come from the information age. You grew up in the 90s. You're gonna be influenced by what's directly in front of you, which is
all that shit.
The dancehall, but also you're gonna be influenced by everything from abroad that's coming in. So yeah, you could still maintain or retain whatever is culturally significant to you, or culturally specific to you, but still draw inspiration from other things. That makes sense a lot.
And I also like I pride myself because I build a very unique network of people. Like it's like so weird and eclectic and cool, and from all walks of life, from the richest to like somebody that is not even there yet. And it's like everybody contributes to my sonic scale. Like I love to pass the aux. I love to like, yo, what you listening to? Where you get your music from? Or like my friends are just cool. By the time I step in the car, they're just playing some shit. Yo, who's that? So it just adds, everything adds, you know, I add to their palette, them add to my taste. It's just cool. So you learn a lot too. And the reason why I said that is because a lot of people think it's cool just to be alone all the time. But you actually grow and learn more, discover more, learn more about food and fashion, and develop a real taste for things by being around people that have a taste for things. It's just facts. The same thing when them say if you're there around people 10 times smart, you gotta get 10 times smart. Just facts. So yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I hear you know, back to hip hop, I hear a strong hip hop influence in your production, and you know, you choose to rhyme. You know, in the songs that you choose and you rhyme patterns on songs like Opulence, you're basically rapping, I would say.
Toasting.
Yeah. How much are you influenced by hip hop?
That's where I told you I started like from hip hop. I went back to reggae. So it's like that's where I don't go a day. I haven't gone a day since I've discovered hip hop without listening to hip hop.
And it's like kind of like full circle, because if you know the history of hip hop, Kool Herc from Jamaica came to the Bronx.
That's one of our offspring. You know? So it's like I should enjoy it. Like look how far they took it. Like that's crazy. So, and not only that, hip hop has influenced Jamaica so much. Like Vybz Kartel's favorite artist, he said this on interviews, is Lil Wayne. And you could see it. If you really take a step, be like the work ethic, the amount of songs they put out, they're literally almost the same kind of energy.
Even like the animation and their like their inflection.
Everything is like so it's just we just love it. Like I think, and there's no debate about it. Like we embrace it, and the ones that do know where it's coming from fully embraces us too. Yeah.
What's your biggest song to date?
It's that's so weird to answer, because if I go to France, it's gonna be skydive.
Yeah.
And if I go, but unanimously, I would say the biggest one, just based off of connectivity, is It Not Easy. There's that record, it came out at a time and during a time where people just was really connected to that song. Like I got thousands of messages, just like how it helped or save somebody's life or like make them feel like, as you said before, and I want to go back to it. It's never belittling when you're making somebody know they're not alone in struggles.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That's why I made the song. I wanted you to know that it's not just you alone. If I'm saying it not easy, and you probably looking at me and like, probably I have it better than you, then what? Well, that should make you feel like, damn, if that money I say it not easy, then maybe I shouldn't be pressuring myself as much because everybody's going through that. So that's what that song was for. It's like, yo, let's share what we're going through with each other. Like that song was like a therapy session. It's like, all right, my landlord didn't forget pay the light bill. I put it all in the song, and everybody just relate to every line in the song because I made it so real. I hope I make it home this evening. That's the line I get the compliment. Like I get like messages about the most. Like I pray I make it home this evening. Like you really do these days. Like you don't know what's gonna happen sometimes. Yeah. So the song is just real. So that's why I think it's the biggest one. Yeah.
I want to go back to 2016 when you dropped THC, the Herb Connoisseur. That was like a year after Apple Music came out. And I remember that Apple Music wasn't even available in Jamaica until 2020.
Yeah.
I believe so. That's on streaming. How did you even go about the recording process for that project? Like what kind of studios did you record in?
Oh, this is going to be good for like, if any young musicians listening. So that project was recorded in bathrooms. Like when I would get a radio interview, I would like steal like 30 minutes at one of the rooms that's not using and just record or go in the bathroom. I was homeless at the time, so I was sleeping at a radio station and I didn't know. I was working there, internship vibes. Yeah. But I used to come back in every night and sleep there and then have a deal with the security guard. And if me ever, I bring over a girl, I bring one for him too. And, I would sleep there. Me and my brother and them would sleep there every day for months, bro. Like homeless, and just I record. The only studio I did do, not Skydive. No, not Skydive. But only song I did do off the project in a studio was at Equinox Studio. They're a production team in Jamaica. They were really big in the early 2000s or that part with like Idonia and those people. And he just rated me and was like, yo, come record for free what you need for do. And I just finished up like whatever I had left there. But most of that project was done with no idea what I was doing. Yeah. We mixed it, we mastered it. We made the artwork. I shot all the videos for it, like with just a small team, and just like people. I just have a way of like when I don't know, the music just have a way of making people believe in them. Yeah, so I just do it, and it's like, yo, this is bad. I go do it. I'll go press and do this, and we just do it. Yeah. One of them I think I shot on like an iPhone 6, the video or something. Yeah. Like that, edit it, put it up.
Yeah, it's amazing what you could do. You'd be surprised what you can do with a small team. And listening to that project, no one would think that it was recorded in the way it was recorded. So
when I listen to it, I cringe a little bit.
Yeah. But that's how you are when you create things. You always try to like edit in your head like after it comes out. What could have been, But I mean that's definitely understandable. A lot of creatives think like that. Jamaica has contributed, so much to music for over 50 plus years now, to the point where a new artist is born every day. How do you separate yourself musically from the rest in a small island nation where, there's so many artists in your genre?
So even though there's like tons of musicians, it's a island filled with character and energy and emotion. So everyone you can find can do anything in Jamaica. So it's not even just music. You can put a man in front of a camera and make you the best acting you ever see. And he's never done acting in his life. So that's that are the vibe of Jamaica, is this natural character. But I will say that the culture in the music scene is more big fish in a small pond kind of vibe. So you can easily stand out if you just work on the things that will make you stand out.
Yeah.
Just being a great artist. That's just all it's like. It never really affect me who else was in the space. It was just like, yo, I'm not even doing nothing with Una anyway. So it's gonna cut through. That's how I just thought initially. Like I was just like, yeah, everybody do that, but this shit is kind of weird. It might just, might just cut through. So, and then the first project really was THC, and it really cut through. Weird. I had big artists pulling up at the studio at 3 a.m. in the morning just trying to find out, like, what are you doing? And I had to get somebody's studio to make it look like I was at the studio. And, you create the person, you know what I mean? So it's like Jamaica is not a hard space to get your music out and connect and perform. And once people see you a few times and they see that, oh yeah, this is a career, you're doing it, you're improving, you're growing, you'll get certain opportunities. Like now in the grand scheme of the world of music, I think that's where it gets hard, because now we have 100,000 songs coming out a day.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, it was streaming.
We already have over 130 something million songs out already this year. And 40 million of them have 0 plays.
Wow.
0 plays. You get what I'm saying? So we're just in a time now where it's like, that's why I said I woke up this morning with that pressure. Because I'm like, I'm not even, most of the times when I get angry or upset or feel sad, it's never just for me alone. Yeah. It's like I literally look at my genre and be like, man, if I'm going through this, what are my peers who aren't doing as well as a me or a Leela or a Coffee, like, what are they doing? How are they eating? What are they? How are they surviving? How are they moving? You have people in Jamaica that have some of the most beautiful music that has never toured in their entire life. And you have people that get up and do a little gimmick. Yeah. And make $40 million. Yeah. So it's like, it makes you have to wonder, like, what is it? And then when you look at the bigger world, because I'm over here and I have to, what I'm doing provides hope in Jamaica, you know? So I have to make it work. I have to keep up and have the energy up. But there are times when I have to sit down and be like, everybody ain't going to be able to go through this, like, and be able to. Everybody's not going to make it. Night. You know what I mean? And it makes me very sad, because there are people that are even more talented than I am. That one time in music, you could work to a point and make enough money and could pull somebody up faster. Now, not even just music, in life, it takes so much for you to get to a point. It's so hard to pull somebody else up. And now I fully understand now why the ones that I looked up to before was like, why are they not helping? Now I see, because it takes so much for them to survive and their family and to sustain the lifestyle that they live. So for them to bring you up, it takes their resources, right? And that's taken away from themselves and their family. Yeah, but resources are very limited right now, and it's not just for music. I'm talking life. Healthy food is expensive and limited. Good water is expensive and limited. It's in bottles. It's not running out of your pipe. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, good everything is just hard. So I just really want, like, the space to grow and continue to grow. And I don't want people to stop putting out music. Yeah, but I just don't want 100,000 people feeling like this is the escape. Because you're kind of making it a little bit hard for the ones that really do this. Yeah. Everybody that just gets up on this. Because I think music is the only art form that's treated like that. You just think like you can just get up and do it. You don't, because you see it so much. So you feel like, oh, I can be an artist. Like, you treat it with such low respect. Like, you wouldn't just get up and say you'll be a videographer. You know you have to learn that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just get up and say, I'm going to paint art. And even though art is subjective and any painting can do anything, it still takes practice and skill. But nowadays, you could just take a simple person that has a viral video, put them in studio with Hit Boy or somebody.
Yeah.
And you get a Hit Boy. And that's it. And then everybody just feel like, oh, I saw it work.
Yeah.
And then when that fades out, they find the next one. And when that fades out, and then all of the good music is clumped up over here, suffocating and dying out. So it's just rough.
Yeah.
So it's not rough per se in Jamaica. Because in Jamaica, we have systems like dubs, where you could, no other genre has dubs, where you can make an income stream off of making a personalized version of the track for someone.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Like, so a sound system wants to do a clash, you make a clash version for him. A girl wants it for her birthday party, but like, make a birthday.
Yeah, that's
version.
a hustle for sure.
That's a hustle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got that. And it's a couple other things, and it's a small genre. So, you know what I mean? Once you make a name, you're guaranteed to go all those shows. You know? So.
It's definitely a genre that promotes just having that. It's like there's so many hustles within a genre, and a lot of like independent music pioneers
exactly
in the genre as well.
They don't talk about it though.
Yeah.
When you look at it, like, yes, some of them were signed, but you have to look at it. Beanie Man hasn't been signed for a long time.
Yeah.
Bounty Killer hasn't been signed for
There's only a handful that are signed to major labels in America.
Oh, facts.
Yeah.
And if you look at the Jamaican artists, you're like, 4, 5, 6 Bimmers, nice house, smoking weed every day, drinking Hennessy every day. You have to look at it like, not all of them, but there's a lot more independent Jamaican artists from a certain generation that are still well, even to this day. You have to be like, fire. And if you look at kind of majority of, after a while, the ones that kind of break in pop or they just